the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Sir, Jebekaya Enche and Chief Justice Anna Ono Ete Akonya so yema me Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu John Dramani Mahama etimi eyi no esi enchen me kire osake no edi free office ni nyina se osetema mu form yensa bi edi petition ebre no no nam so te se de ne mra ne kan ma ne kote committee no petition yensa no won ehwe ba akopemu no won ede ba be kire o mampani no mampani so gina so etimi ede sake ye ma me Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu na ene krata efri aban kesi mu aba metre Jubilee House John Dramani Mahama mene wo ekasa ide wetimi Chief Justice for because na entokwa ekoso Judiciary ni mu no enye asem koto ahwan na John Dramani Mahama eyi no yenkonyenkotie na afi yenkonkwohwe de ekoso Judiciary ni yenkonyenkotie
in my main kansa krata we presidency communications Tuesday, September 23, 2005, President Mahama nominates His Lordship Justice Paul Bafuboni as Chief Justice. And I read, President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1441 of the 1992 Constitution, forwarded the name of His Lordship Justice Paul Bafuboni to the Council of State for consideration as Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Justice Bafuboni has, throughout his distinguished judicial career, served with diligence and integrity at the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and currently the Supreme Court. He has made invaluable contributions to the development of Ghanaian jurisprudence. He has earned the esteem of the bench, the bar, and the wider legal fraternity for his intellect, impartiality, and unwavering commitment to justice. His wealth of experience and long service on the bench render him eminently qualified for the high office of Chief Justice. His Lordship has been serving as acting Chief Justice since 22nd April 2025 and is signed Felix Kwachi Ofosu MP and spokesperson for the president.
For Uncle Supreme Court. And then this time, one man for Uncle Supreme Court. Yanamon Kwasiafui, Yakoko Ye Juma, and this about official party aba. And appointea or no ya head of the judiciary. No, what team up with some people? Say, mobile victimizing. Because Mufi say, Osa. Momo ko law school jan. Uko law school jana oko Supreme Court jao. Enti honom no seniority eni edi ye adwuma. Uko law school jana ono no ko Supreme Court toko no ko Supreme Court jao. Enti akofo ado de ne ko Supreme Court wa ontinye. But mo a ye no bi ye koye nkwase adwuma. Emma party ni ba power mu benya appointment no. Yanka say mun protect MPP. I mean here mo protection. I don't need it. How mo be here ebeba be homu. But me I mean here mo protection. You can't protect me. Mo timu up. Say mo be work here tia toko no mana kofie. Ana mo work tia wie ye no. Mo work tia wie ye nsa fe da duru ho. Ana what is Supreme Court ho obisia ne nua onkasa ne ho because akwakoye say lobbying bia start Supreme Court ho ento obi nkasa obi oya asuro ya na ekoso Supreme Court nei oya esuro ya na say what this kind of judiciary as senior judges Supreme Court enkasa akayo astati because a kwana mo faso man the head of the judiciary kofie no anye kwampa enti mo matwa mo ho eko because kolende atiesim operative justice yadi Kolendi atiasim operative justice yadi womu nyina omunim hawa womu scheme ade no. Yes. Amadu Tanko operative justice yadi omu Jeffrey Bafo boni nsam enso ye kan so na ye demo senior say enti senye anibra na yamode a mo amu lobby sisi ano bibi bi adi adanse se mo ye anibrefo wo mo amu lobby sisi ano bibi bi amu lobby say yemfa chief justice ne mo amu instead say President Mahama be maintain Bafo boni no wo mo ye anibrefo nanka nyeka na nka eba ne sign na committee na yete edi remove Justice Toko no committee chairman na onu wa Supreme Court honom no wono na ye recommendation say Justice Toko no ye nyini mfiri honom no ene onu lobby say ye mfa Chief Justice ne ma no enti mo say wo ye proper assessment, wo ye proper reasoning. Wo ba ka kire me say committee no wo mo ye o madwuma yi. Same ye de adwuma ba bejam. Ye say asase we ya te committee say ye ntwehwem. Na ma ye report as a committee chairman. Na ma ye report to say asase no ye nyema ban. Me ye recommendation we abanji wie na aban ton a na me as a committee chairman no makwa akoto
say gigabyte
wo conscience etra saying legally a chesa committee na ankasa no one exercise fairness justice to aman say justice to aman to me sorry say chief justice ya dia any recommendation na or the command President Mahama no raise some questionable issues. Questionable issues will be one. The committee work, you know. Committee na nya fair. Judicial bias be here then. Ekoso. Committee chairman who recommend this say. Yenyi Chief Justice di that's what ya committee chairman ne nam tokurom say yenyi Chief Justice ne ma no ne ye ngo Bafo boni nkofie and mo say recommendation no committee na ye na dwuma yie Ghana lawyers the moment ya Justice Puaman Gabriel Puaman kura no abeka ho wo mo pe Chief Justice no wo ye lawyer ni a na so nimra wo legal background bia na se ento sinidia ese so hu se ekwana mo fa so remove ye Justice for my recommendation no o ye because of the parochial interest and yet the interest of the nation. Yes. Anti Ghana fo nyina ani a lawyer fo a mo wa kroma nyina no mo men ka no kora man ho say ade a Justice for man astatia all year all lobby say all Chief Justice no anti mo free say o ye adwuma papa and the command President Mahama mo free say ye adwuma papa and the command President Mahama aso man so mine Babia nko starting lobby no ka Justice for mine come put pressure for him to resign from the Supreme Court because wanye na dwuma yi o man no kra yi adwuma o man transparency yi adwuma no ka bana no ka Justice for mine attempt o make say yena Appoint as a Chief Justice no or mind be a serious one ka demonstrating ka ya put pressure on him nanko no ankasa I resign from the Supreme Court because wanye na dwuma ye as a committee chair recommendation no ye no or ye say e chena position ni ba beto ha no akwa lobby into onya fit to be there say ewiase ba bia no asade no besi say yate committee kwada no na hwehwe asemu asene ba beto ho wie ya wa wo da no wo pese benefit e only Ghana wenu nyina say wo mo kita legal brains atwetwe judgment e wo krom ha na mo say mo bia nka ho asem ugo kan ye sitiatia break ni dia pai e kwana omode justice toko no faso no asese ka no kura kire nipa na obi ye petition say the chief justice as the head of the judiciary yenyino because we misconducting ho na me te say bomfo lawyer bi echekremu ai ye remove say chief justice there and chief justice no any a supreme court judge ni nyina ya de kro nti ya ka bom ni nyina tito kofie. You see, me won the last time me kaisa me be kra wo ha be the 1992 constitution. The appointment of the chief justice. The appointment of the chief justice under the 1992 constitution. A two requirements and necessary meeting. What you say? The president appoint the chief justice in consultation with the Council of State and approval of Parliament. A two requirement. Sana constitution. Obi or any other requirement. The president appoint the chief justice in consultation with the Council of State. Chief justice at the end no. Two requirement way as a said president here then. I say every chief justice be a appointeno or meeting. And so lawyer bit to me general radio be. I can say the appointment of the chief justice and that of the other justices of the Supreme Court no are the same. You see? Mutitimwa na mudumani fabukunum na mu pie baseya ni aka e concept. Niaka ya ningwase ufa other justices of the Supreme Court wa on advice of the chief Judicial Council uda make kan kona me wi am kamepe provision in the atum ufa other justices of the Supreme Court wa appointment na ye on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with the Council of State and approval of Parliament. Three requirements. Under justices of the Supreme Court, three requirements ought to be met. That of the Chief Justice, two requirements ought to be met. Into the same manner. The same now lawyer no eko gina ho assembly because assembly is popular into a person can be more who say or loss certificate into three requirement no enene mane mukwa G certificate ni ba be good than Nsem-Pii egusua Nsem-Pii egusua who say Jumi lion ka bi atwama utimi ditum obi ansi ukwan na mom sa assemble ba o pesa trese ya frɛ lawyer also kyerɛ wadwene adwene bonto adwene mo kyerɛ ni nyina no eye adwene bonto ye ka kyerɛ mo praying adwene enuru ba bia enkohu bo constitution na mo pesa mo danani no mo danani kura na enyere emfa every fine na mo chinchim nsa mo wie ya mo say adese ma mene ba be pam achaw because mo remove no as a chief justice mo remove no as a justice of the because you dey can appoint no as a justice yo you dey can appoint no as a justice of the Supreme Court and to a converting because on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with the Council of State and approval of Parliament and Yema miensa way before Justice Tokono Ebeko Supreme Court no a requirement miensa way as so meeting. Nti appointed no as a justice of the Supreme Court. Emane ko ho vetting. Nti ano da ho. Ye the Chief Justice so no osan ko vetting. Because kay the same dia. Adana yanka say what they can appear before the vetting committee as a justice of the Supreme Court and to whom he has another vetting. We must make sense here so far as that argument is concerned. We must begin to reason well. If you say you will legal brains in India. Some say appointment of the justice of the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice the same day. And yet there will be what Supreme Court no appear before vetting. Yeah, the Chief Justice or some appear before vetting. The same. Why that? Massa, mon facade na, mon certificate na, mon kwakwadia, mfutura bamnu, mon fisa yefia, zoom lion casino, and sao chrome how. Unim law na law assembly. Why we law school all right there, but law no unim until law assembly nko kabi. Nko jinaba bia nka say, the appointment of the justice of the Supreme Court and that of the Chief Justice no, the same. Nko gu anim as a lawyer ni. Nti unim pa oba bitina fa obon pa oba bitina
continue
fa bon pa ba bitina na nkra no wo ma ba o ma dwunum do mo pa bibi nyere ensua na munya say asem bia ye popular na e ba krom a obi apese obo company ate say lawyer ni kasa hwan na ahyew hwan e na ahye mo say bibi aba eni ne constitution ye kre Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution. Also, the Chief Justice shall be appointed by the President, acting in consultation with the Council of State and with the approval of Parliament. 2 requirements. And necessary meeting. 2 requirements. In consultation with the Council of State and the approval of Parliament. Say the midi can. Or say the other Supreme Court justices shall be appointed by the President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with the Council of State and with the approval of Parliament. Until the same name on here. Until sa lawyer Nina no general radio because you as a Chief Justice here. My many di can call as or the can call Supreme Court under Article 1442. Or the can call Supreme Court under Article 144 clause 2. One court straight to say Okohoye Fani Friabontin say Chief Justice and Okoye. Until Onunkwa appear before the vetting committee. The first one, I say, as a so meeting Article 144 clause 2 no, and a wako meeting. The second one is say, as a so meeting Article 144 clause 1. Until you there at the crow. Until you remove no as a Chief Justice there. Per Article 144 clause 2 no, the Chief Justice now you remove no, still or remaining as a Justice of the Supreme Court. And no more say this or be power. By virtue of Article 144 clause 2 no, Justice Tokono still remain as a justice of the Supreme Court. By virtue of Article 144 clause 2. Yes. Senka ye fani Friabontin straight to the Supreme Court to dia. Or ye fani Friabontin straight. And okoye Chief Justice in dia. And ye nka on remaining as a justice of the Supreme Court. But because you say now our Supreme Court order that under Article 144 cross 2 no. Na ya remove no under Article 144 cross 1 no. 144 cross 2 no estirane eye adwuma. Sirane eye adwuma. Yes. And no mo say ye the petition aba say ni dibre kita no say adjejefo ni and head of the judiciary no. Ye nyimfiri ni nsam mo wie ya mo say mo no kwadu say ni dibre as a justice of the Supreme Court no na mo ji o mo say chief justice. There's a vast difference between a justice of the Supreme Court and a chief justice. Ntino mo wie ya mo say ya remove no under 1441 and 1442. Case bang ana mo de bono under Article 1442. This is the question. Case bang ana mo de bono under Article 144 cross 2 no case bang. Besin ne samosi mo remove no as a justice of the Supreme Court there. Ye pese hu kwa du kra mo de bono under Article 144 cross 2. Hey. Banana country. Obia say oka ho asema obekọ bia na say me ntan no ma give me the man han. Enti wa obekọ ho mpefrom bia no behumi rent maji. Na okwa obenya ubo medin a bia na ho no ye be bie da no say eha na abronya be dae nti uba no wa betua rent na ye den amam. Ye le ba kan ya kwa akoda ho obia ntimi nwura no obia. Catch them praying. Samosi mo yina. On me pama chow for the retirement benefit. On me pama chow for the retirement benefit. Some be okrom ha. Na